Good morning to you all, dear students of class 6. Today, once again, I am here to take your as usual class. As you all know very well that we have completed our first chapter in our previous class itself. So now I am going to resume your next topic, which is a poem. And the topic of the poem is Summer Sun, which is written by Robert Louis Stevenson, one of the renowned poets of those times. He was born in 1850 and died in 1994. He is well known for his poetries, especially he loves to write poetries related to nature and the beauties of the nature. So it is a poem about the sun of summers. The poem which we are going to read now, it is related to sun, especially during the summer season. How the sun is so bright, so cheerful it looks, isn't it? This is what he has tried here to describe in his poem Summer Sun. He has tried to personify the sun here in this poem, isn't it? The poet has personified the sun in a big cheerful man. Okay, he has tried to personify sun as a very big person, a cheerful person. This is how he likes to present sun here to us, in front of us, right? And not only that, beside that, how the sun has been so kind to us, how the sun has been providing us everything, its rays, it's showering its blessings to us. Because of the sun's blessing, we are alive in this universe, we are able to remain alive in this world. Without sun, this world would not exist. With the blessings of the sun, only it is possible that life is possible in this universe. This is what the poet has tried to portray his views, his feelings, his understandings here in front of us through the lines in the poem. So now I am going to read out the lines in the poem first, stanza wise, then later on I will explain you the entire poem, children. Okay, so please pay attention. So now I am going to read out the lines from the poem for you, children. Please listen and remain attentive. Summer Sun. Great is the sun, and wide he goes through empty heaven without repose, and in the blue and glowing days, more thick than rain he showers his rays. Though closer still he blinds we pull to keep the shady parlor cool, yet he will find a chink or two to slip his golden fingers through. The dusty attic, spider clad, he through the keyhole maketh glad, and through the broken edge of tiles into the laddered aloft smiles. Meantime, his golden face around he bears to all the garden ground, and sets a warm and glittering look among the eaves inmost nook. Above the hills, along the blue, around the bright air with footing true, to please the child, to paint the rose, the gardener of the world he goes. So this is what we come to know about the poem while I read it out for you. Now I am going to explain you the poem stanza by stanza, line by line. Okay, children? So listen it. Now here I am going to begin to explain the poem, children, so please listen it carefully. I am going to begin with the very first stanza. Okay? Great is the sun, and wide he goes through empty heaven without repose. Here the poet likes to call sun the great. Why? Because the sun is here regarded to be the most powerful object in this universe. Okay? And it doesn't stay at a particular place for the time. It keeps on, it looks as if it is moving on everywhere around the world. and it spreads its light each and every corner in this world. It looks as if it is visiting each and every corner in this world. Through empty heaven without repose, it is there staying into the empty vast sky, which is regarded as here as heaven, isn't it? And it keeps on doing its duty without any stoppage. It continues and continues to provide its rays for this universe without any rest. And in the blue and glowing days, more thick than rain, he showers his rays. In this very bright sky, very clear blue sky, when the sun is there, it is almost every time, every moment scattering its rays towards the earth. Sometimes it is found as if its rays are so thick than those of the droplets of the rain. This is how the poet here has tried his best to personify the sun here, and has also compared with the droplets of the rain also. In comparison to the rain droplets, the sun's rays are more thicker than those of the droplets of the rain. So this is what we come to learn in the very first stanza of the poem, children. We move on to the second stanza, children. Though closer, still the blinds we pull to keep the shady parlor cool. As we all of us know very well that in order to keep our room inside our houses very cool, isn't it? And very peaceful and cool inside, what we do? We usually put the curtains inside the room. The windows are well fitted with the curtains inside the room so that our rooms remain very cool and shady, right? Okay? Yet he will find a chink or two to slip his golden fingers through. But still, you cannot stop the rays of the sun to come inside. Even though you try to put the curtain inside, even though you try to enclose your rooms with the help of the curtains so that your room will remain very cool, isn't it? But still somehow the sun, it manages to get through inside the windows to come inside to your room through some of the chink. Means the meaning of chink here, it is a crack or narrow opening. Any crack or narrow opening which is there in the windows, sometimes doors, sometimes they are called as chink. Somehow the rays of the sun are found to be entering inside our rooms through those chink holes, okay, and it gets inside those holes and come to our room as if it looks the golden fingers of the sun has come to inside our, because the rays which it come inside are not in very much bigger in size. The rays of the sun are very thin, which it comes inside when it enters through those chink holes. It looks as if the fingers have entered inside our room. That is why the poet here has referred to the golden rays of the sun which has entered our room as to be the golden fingers of the sun. I hope you got it well, right? Okay. Now I am going to explain the third stanza. The dusty attic spider clad, he through the keyhole maketh glad. Here, attic is referred to those spaces in the house which is just below the roof of the house. That is called an attic. And generally, what it is found just below the roof of the house, which is called an attic, there are plenty of spider webs are found to be there. Even such places are also brightened by the rays of the sun. It looks so bright and beautiful. Those places which are so dusty with full of spider webs, those are also beautified with the help of the rays of the sun. He through the keyhole maketh glad. From each and every keyholes also it manages to enter inside and makes every surrounding very happy and glad. This is what the poet is trying to explain here. And through the broken edges of tiles, even the sun rays manages to penetrate through the broken edges of the tiles. And whatever the space it finds in front of it, minute spaces, minute holes which it finds in front of it, it manages to penetrate through and go into inside it and brighten those dark spaces gloomy spaces, which are not that much, spaces which are not found to be very bright, those are also made bright to see and look, and everyone feel very happy and satisfied with such type of what is the rays which has been spreaded by the sun itself into the laddered loft. Hayloft smiles. Even those hayloft here it means the upper floor of a farm building used for storing hay. Wherever the farmers are storing their hay, sometimes they store them into the upper floor of the house. These floors are called as hayloft. In such places also the sun rays manages to go inside and makes that space as if they are smiling too. So this is what we come to learn in this third stanza of the poem, children. Let us do the fourth stanza, children. Meantime his golden face around he bears to all the garden ground. In the meantime, it is quite suitable time for the sun to go and visit towards to the garden region. In this moment, the sun rays are found to be scattered all around the different plants, bushes, trees, herbs, shrubs, everywhere the rays of the sun happens to fall down. And because of the rays of the sun, each and every plants, it is found to be glittering, glowing with its beauty. Isn't it? This is what the poet reveals here about the beauty of the garden. Not only that, and sheds a warm and glittering look. Beside that, it provides the required warmth to them. Because of the warmth of the sun, the plants, the herbs, the bushes, the shrubs, everything in the garden grows very, very well, which you have learned very well, I hope. And this required warmth gives them the strength and energy so that it can grow well. And not only that, beside that also, it provides such rays towards to them that they start glittering. They look very, very bright. This is what the poet realizes here. Among the eaves in most nook, beside that, the rays of the sun are found to be visiting to such places also where the area, the surroundings are very, very dark, in such shady places, in such dark places even, where plants like ivy grow. Ivies are such type of plants which are almost like climbers, In such places also where plants like ivy grow, those are usually found to be growing in the dark and the corner spaces. In such places also, the rays of the sun happens to reach over there and provide its light to them, its warmth to them, so that each and every nook and corner are found to be provided with the rays of the sun, which gratifies the beauty of the garden. So this is what we come to learn in this particular stanza of the poem, children. We move on to the final verse of the poem, children. Above the hills, along the blue, round the bright air with footing true. It is time for the sun to go and visit towards to the hills now. The hills which are found as if almost going to touch the clear blue sky. There now the sun's rays are found to be scattered all around and gratifying the beauty of the hills too. And when it passes towards to the hills, it is found as if it is passing along with it is going ahead with the bright air, along with the bright air, footing true. The meaning of footing true here, it means a steady and balanced way of walking. It looks as if it is walking along with the air, with a steady and balanced way of walking and visiting towards to those hills and the mountains, where it is scattering its light, spreading its rays and making the surroundings to look really very, very beautiful just below the clear blue sky. This is what it is understood here, children. To please the child, to paint the rose. In this way, these views, these visions which it is made because of the bright rays of the sun, everybody feel very happy with it. The children enjoy them very much, isn't it? The children are found to be very happy to play below the bright sun. They do not like to play when it is rain or windy or whatever the season is. or weather conditions is going on, but when the sun's rays there, it is with full of brightness, children really do enjoy to play below it. This is what is to please the child, and it means to paint the rose, even the different colorful roses. There are so many varieties of roses with different colors. Their beauties are more gratified with the help of the rays of the sun, isn't it? The gardener of the world, he goes in this way. How a gardener, one who looks after a garden very well by digging the soil, by putting the water, by manuring the plants, in the similar in the way here the sun is also performing the duty of a gardener by visiting different places and by scattering its rays, by providing its warmth to each and every plants, animals, each and every organisms in this universe, and taking care very well and providing them every support as if a very good gardener's duty the sun is doing over here, children. In this way we have come to the end of the poem. I hope you have understood it well. If so, please note it down the poem in your notebooks. Later on I will be providing you the photos of the poem so that you can write it down, at least few paragraphs, stanzas, at least 3 stanzas you will write it down. Okay, so thank you very much.